our Unity BlockBreaker tutorial series. Now, first of all, we're going to start building the scene. We're going to have this cube from the Create menu and rename it to Backdrop. Then, if it'll let me, I'll assign the X variable to the position to 0, Y 0, Z 100, and give ourselves a bit of breathing room for the game to be played with. Now we're going to adjust the scale so the backdrop covers the majority of the screen but leaves a fine border, then we can see exactly what size things are, and we'll cover that out with the edges later. Okay, next we're going to add our walls. Add a cube, call it wall, set the X position to 0, Y 0 and Z 100, and these are only temporary. We'll reassign the X position in a moment. We'll set the scale to 5 on the X. Give me a moment, blank moment. Up, here we go. 100 on the Y and 10 on the Z. And for some reason I've set the Z to 85, that should be 100, sorry. And now we can adjust our X-axis to get it so that we can, 1, see it because of the angle, and 2, have it in the correct position. Now, 85, that's not quite right, 95, okay, I don't want to see that much of it, but I want a bit, just the scale, okay. See which one's border now. Like I did say, we're going to use these edges to cover that off. Now that looks okay, but I do want a little bit of a seam on the white edge. So I'll bring that in. Let's try 98 will do. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think that's just about what I'm looking for. Okay, so now what we can do is we can either right click and duplicate, or the quick key command for this is Control and D. And once we've done that, we just need to invert the X-axis, and we've got our opposing wall, because everything is obviously, we're working on zero position, so everything's in opposite and positive inverse. Now what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the wall again and rename it to floor. This way it copies all the properties across, and we can just basically change a few variables and have it how we like it. Send this to a -55, see where that ends up. Adjust our scale slightly. Now you have to play with these figures yourself a little bit and get them just right maybe, but hopefully just follow these numbers exactly and it'll make it a lot easier all around. So 200 is about good there. So 200 on the X. All these figures and numbers and all available on the website and also in the comments. Alrighty then, so we need to now duplicate the floor and make a roof. Control and D as I said, or you can right click if you don't know how to use a keyboard. Change it to roof, and well, what I'm going to do with the roof is I'm going to have a little bit of extra roof, so we've got somewhere to put the score and the amount of lives and all the other information that we want our users to have. So I'll make that nice and thick, and we can use that as a bit of user interface and leave all a bit at the bottom for gubbinses. Now, the problem we've got so far is everything's okay and it all looks great, and the next part is going to be tagging it all up. But first of all, you want to make sure that everything is combined into one object, then it can't all go askew. All it takes is one slight movement in the scene editor and everything goes tits. So create a new game object in the game object menu, an empty game object. Call it board. Make sure that you set its position to 0, 0, 0, otherwise you will end up with a bit of a headache later. You want to do that straight away. Now drag your backdrop in, and that's now a child of board. If you look, the properties are the same, except board's at 0. So if anything ever shifts around, all you have to do is reset board to where you want it, and bang, everything's fixed. So drag all your other members into there. Boom, in you go. Excellent. And now we have the board object and obviously the camera. Job done.